Hello, you guys. Today's video is how to evolve out of karmic relationships, and I know you don't want to hear it because I know you think that this is the love of your life and this is your soulmate, but I'm here to reveal some facts that I wish I knew many years ago. Here I am now giving you the facts. Okay, so the most amount of spiritual growth actually comes through other people, which sounds crazy because you'd think as a soul on earth, the most spiritual growth may happen in your meditations, your out-of-body experiences, your lucid dreams, your spiritual abilities. You may believe and you may have some preconceived idea that your spiritual growth comes down to these experiences, but it's really not that way. Coming from someone that has done all of the spiritual things, I have mastered meditation, I have gone out of body thousands of times, I have read for thousands of people, both psychically and with my mediumship abilities. I can induce myself into a lucid dream like this, okay? I have done so many things with the spiritual realms. And you know what? The most growth didn't come from these experiences. These experiences were like the reward. The most actual growth came through the form and through the manifestation of the relationships in my life. There is only so much that you can heal on your own. We are on earth as humans and we are meant to have connections with people. We are meant to connect with people. We're meant to have people in our life. If you are just waltzing along through life, living your life, doing everything that you need to do, and nothing comes in to shake you, you will never grow. What I'm trying to say here, you guys, is the most growth comes through other people because you can heal so much on your own. But at the end of the day, people have to come in to trigger your blind spots. Okay? And the biggest challenge that people face is actually evolving out of these karmic relationships because that's what they are. I mean, you can literally go on social media today and everyone's talking about soulmates, karmic, twin flame. A karmic relationship, a karmic person comes in to catalyze your growth, to show you all of your wounds and give you an opportunity to heal them. But this person is always disguised as an angel, as the love of your life. And I'm not denying the love. I'm not denying that this is all fake and an all facade. But if you actually want to spiritually evolve and grow, you've got to learn to look between the lines. You got to learn to take off those rose-colored glasses and see reality for what it is. Otherwise, you delay your growth, you delay your journey, you delay your evolution, you delay your spiritual superpowers because people will anchor you or they will accelerate you. In today's video, I'm going to break down how you can actually evolve past and through the karmic relationships because it is one of the most difficult things to do. You hear people all the time that are in relationships that are not good for you, relationships that make you feel bad, in connections with people that don't see your worth, your value, and these are all karmics. Now, not all karmics are going to be this traumatic, volcanic experience. Some of them are very gentle and quiet, and oftentimes those are the hardest ones because you really got to look in between the lines then. But there's always that little voice inside of you that tells you to walk away. There's always that little voice that is thinking about what life would be like without this. What is on the other side of this? There's a part inside you that knows that this isn't for you, but for some reason you stay. For some reason you make excuses. For some reason you find ways to patch things up. For some reason you just always find your way back to each other and you call it destiny and you call it fate and you call it love. But in reality, there's something you're not seeing here and there's something you're clearly not learning here because love is not painful. Love does not hurt you. Love is not this volcanic extreme experience. Love is very peaceful and calming and regulated in your nervous system is the best way that I can describe it. I've written down literally everything that I've learnt about this topic because I've been through it, and coming out the other side, you can actually see it through such a clearer lens And if you scroll down my YouTube channel, I have many videos talking about healing heartbreak, talking about the season of isolation, talking about the entire process. So definitely check out those videos. And if not, stay tuned, because I'm going to teach you how to actually evolve out of it for real this time and level up, because there is a life that is waiting for you. There is an upgraded version of yourself with upgraded characters, and you truly gotta actually learn the lesson and evolve so that you can receive that. You can't stay with both, and it's draining your energy. Number 1, your soul signed the soul contract to be born into a specific life and circumstance that creates the illusion of love. Your childhood sets the stage for what you believe love to be. Through the relationship and the situation that you had growing up with your parents, with your siblings, with any dynamic as a child, that creates the foundation for love. That creates the foundation for your attachment style. That creates your core wounds. That sets the stage for what you accept and tolerate in your adult life. And your soul signed the contract. I am going to incarnate here with these people, with this dynamic, and I'm going to take that on board. So you are going to experience what you've been taught to be true, what you've learned to be true, and what you've taken on as your truth as a human being. That is your subconscious program. That is the belief system in your head that love is X, Y, Z. And this manifests through your human avatar throughout your life. Understand that. Understand that it is not random that you're currently going through a karmic connection, that you're currently trying to navigate how to release someone that isn't good for you, that you're trying to figure out what the lesson is. It's not random. It is always reflective of your core wounds as a child and the life that you were born into. You're born into the circumstance. You learn that certain dynamics are love. You learn to accept certain things. You learn to tolerate certain things. And most importantly, you reenact that. You're repeating cycles. Okay, so you spend the next few years of your life as an adult creating experience that reflect that childhood dynamic. You seek out partners that reflect the childhood dynamic. You seek out friendships that reflect the childhood dynamic. Why? Because you don't know any better. That's all you've ever known. And this is deeply rooted in your subconscious and in your nervous system. So you really can't blame yourself for this, and you can't look at your current situation and blame yourself, because you're literally a child. You're literally a child that has been taught this is correct and true. So now you've gone on to live your life seeking that out because it's correct and true, okay? Until it's not, okay? Until your soul, not your human that is seeking this out, your soul thinks, hold on a minute, something just isn't right. Something just is not right here. Your soul always knows the way. Your soul is the compass. But your human avatar has taken on all of these beliefs, all of this armor, all of this conditioning, and now it's operating out of that level of consciousness. So you do this because it's familiar, it's predictable, you know the outcome. You know the outcome. You literally know the outcome. You know how it ends. You know what you're going to have to go through. You know the pain. The pain is familiar. And you associate that with love. The ups and downs means love. People are now coming into your life that reflect that to you. People are mirrors. People are mirrors. And a lot of you are getting caught up on the person themselves and not the lesson. Start reversing it. Start figuring out the lesson and less about the person, because they're just coming in to level you up, to evolve you, to push you to look at what you've taken on your entire life that actually isn't in alignment with your soul, that doesn't reflect your highest timeline. They are literally doing you a favor. It's not about the person. It's about the dynamic that they are reflecting. This whole experience forces you to look at yourself more deeply. Not surface level, but to understand on a deep internal level what is happening in your body when you interact with this person, when you have an argument with this person, when things go wrong with this person. What is actually happening inside your body that is then manifesting in the external? It is all teaching you. It is a guidance system. This person It's like this specific person has been created that is going to trigger you in all the right spots until you crack. It's like they have their fingers in every single wound of yours, okay? And you are here saying this is love when really this person is bringing out the worst in you, okay? They're bringing up childhood wounds. They're making you feel like you were a broken person. They're making you feel like you are unworthy, that you are unlovable. But for some reason, you've pedestaled this person so far because that feels familiar. Someone that makes you feel that way represents the way that you felt as a child. And so you label it as love. And so you make excuses. And so you water it down. And so you stay and you find excuses to stay. You take the blame. You do all these self-sabotaging behaviors because deep down you don't feel worthy of real love. So you are now using this as an excuse. And so this is where things get really tough because sometimes you have to be pushed to your breaking point. In fact, you will be pushed to your breaking point. I don't think there's one person the first time round that was able to leave a karmic and learn the lesson and evolve out of it the first time. Sometimes it takes multiple times. And that's why you see people consistently go back to situations that they consciously know don't serve them, but they are not ready to actually learn the lesson and evolve. Because what happens when you learn the lesson and evolve? You don't deal with it again. But you don't know what's on the other side of not dealing with that. You don't know what's on the other side of pain, of trauma, of abuse. You don't know what that's going to look like. But I can sure as heck tell you now, it is a whole lot better than that. And you know it's a good thing. You know that you're going to receive good things because you're evolving out of that frequency. You're learning the lesson, you're leveling up, but that is unknown to you. So you find reasons to sabotage that. So you go back another time. Okay, so you make another excuse. But you need to understand that it is an endless and a vicious cycle that will literally destroy you. It will literally destroy you. And why would you lose yourself over losing someone that doesn't care for your soul? You're literally abandoning yourself. You're saying, don't worry about me. I'm going to focus on you. Worry about your damn self. Is this person actually enhancing your life, adding value to your life, making you feel better about yourself? Are they actually adding value to your life? Or are they tearing you down? In backhanded ways, in subliminal ways, in between the line ways. Okay, the reason that it seems so disguised and hard to pull out is because it's all you've ever known and you've normalized it. But when you sit at the table with your group of friends and you're telling them about shit that happened in the relationship or in the friendship, everyone's giving you that look because those people haven't been brainwashed. Those people have not gone through what you've gone through, so they can see it clearly, but you can't see it. And so this is where you need to look at your triggers and look at what's actually happening in the relationship or in the situation to figure out what your blind spots are so that you can heal them. Because if this didn't happen, it wouldn't come to your awareness and you wouldn't have the opportunity to heal them. You don't know what you don't know, but what you do know is that you are being triggered. These certain themes, patterns are coming up, and it's giving you an opportunity to finally close that cycle and evolve out of it. Okay, now this is the most crucial part, is actually learning the lesson, because it can be so easy to close that door and then open the next door. But guess what? Same person, different font. Same lesson, different person. Same person, different font. You are going to repeat the cycle, but with someone else. And you don't want to go through that anymore. Okay, because it's not love, it is attachment. It is not connection, it is an attachment. It is an attachment to your wounds, to your human avatar, and to your ego, and it's forcing you to look inward and heal them finally so that you can receive real love. Okay, you need to be able to become aware of these things and heal them to then evolve. People, attachments, karmics must come in to shine a light on your shadows and trigger you in every single way, and it's your responsibility to be able to acknowledge that, remove it, and heal it. No one is going to come and do that for you. No one is going to come save you. No one is going to come make it better. The person isn't going to change overnight. The person is just not going to change as much as you probably want them to change and you want them to be that person. Unfortunately, that is out of your control, and you only want that because you're operating out of your wounds. I can guarantee you, when you heal your wounds, you would never even go, like, it's going to baffle you. You would never even want that for yourself. When you truly heal, you can actually recognize what love really is and what's really good for your soul. And you can look back and be like, I can't believe I spent so much time in that. And so real love comes from the soul. And this is why real love always stays is because no matter what happens on earth, no matter what is 3D physically changing, the connection comes from the soul, and the soul is constant. And so no matter what happens in life, you know there's always going to be a connection there. And I think, generally speaking, love is a connection. Love is kind, love is caring, love is selfless, love is beautiful. And if your love is based on the 3D physical world and that's all there is, it is shallow and it will crumble anyways. And you get to create the divine timing in your life based on the energetic shift that you're willing to create. And it's so easy to shift into that new frequency, new reality, new timeline when you actually heal, because you have no anchors. You have nothing actually attached to you that's holding you back. You've released it, you've detached, and you've closed that door for good. And so you really become whole, worthy, and complete on your own as you are. You don't need someone else to come in and fix you and heal you and do all these things. But you have such a great awareness now of yourself. And so you're on a new frequency. And so someone else will come in and match that frequency, much like the person, the karmic, did when you were back down here and unaware of all of these wounds and all of these things in your life. Now, I want to also say is that you do not have a lifelong sentence of digging and digging and digging and healing and healing and healing. You're never going to get there. You're never going to wake up one day and think that you're perfectly healed. But with awareness, it gives you a choice, and you can make better choices to not entertain things that are actually bad and damaging for you. And you can make a choice to really evolve and make peace with the lesson and do better next time. Something that I always notice and something that I always say to myself, my friends, my clients is, your body knows before your mind knows, because your mind has literally been brainwashed your entire life to normalize things that actually aren't good. And so your body is the smartest piece of technology you'll ever come into contact with. Your body always knows. And to trust that, if your body is responding a certain type of way or reacting a certain type of way around this person, or when you spend time around this person, it's literally screaming at you to get this poison out of your life. Also notice, how does your energy feel? Do you feel low in energy? Do you feel drained, depleted? Do you still feel motivated? Do you still have passions, hobbies? Do you still feel excited about life, or are you feeling dull around this person? Are you feeling like you can't really shine and you can't really create what you want out of life and achieve your goals and be the best version of yourself? Relationships are energetic exchanges. Are they depleting your energy? It's time to take a look in the mirror and realize that this is your one and only life, and you do not owe any of that time to anyone other than yourself. You are the main character. You really got to prioritize yourself in this life and make sure that you are making decisions that are good for you long term. Sometimes it takes that what feels like a small sacrifice of letting people go with love and grace, learning the lesson and deciding to move on and want more for yourself and want better for yourself, even if that's unfamiliar, even if you've never experienced it before. You will learn to become familiar with that, and you will set a new standard for your life, for yourself, and in love, in relationships, in connections. And I promise you, those people are going to lift you up, and it's going to be a really beautiful moment. And this is for everyone, okay? Everyone watching this is for you as well. There's people that are waiting for you that are really going to value you, see you, and cherish you. And so the longer that you entertain what's not for you, the longer you delay what is. So figure out what the lesson is. Figure out what this karmic person is actually teaching you, not on the surface, but deeper down within yourself. It actually has nothing to do with the person. They are just holding up a mirror and showing you where your wounds are and how you can heal them. With this awareness, you now have a choice to make a different decision to get you a different outcome. Commit to the inner work, reprogram your subconscious mind and your beliefs around love, okay? Do the shadow work, understand your shadows, understand where your beliefs came from so you can truly detach from them and make room in your subconscious for new belief systems. Do a scan of your life, okay? Anything that doesn't align with the way that you want to feel and the way that you want to be treated and the frequency that you want to go on, get rid of it. Don't be afraid to let go of someone out of the fear that you're going to be alone. It is impossible. It is literally impossible. People have to come in to trigger you. People have to come in to reflect things to you. People hold up mirrors. And so once you upgrade and heal and level up, a new mirror will come in and it's going to reflect something completely different than the past people have. So don't stay in places out of fear. Okay, I promise you there is a life that is waiting for you that is so good. You literally have no idea right now because you never experienced it, but it's going to be so worth it. And do this for the future generations. Do this for if you decide to have kids one day, or if you have kids, do it for them, because they also deserve to live a beautiful life. And what you don't heal, you're going to be passing down. And I don't say that in a threatening way. I'm saying that as in, if you can't find the grit to do it for yourself, do it for the other people that are going to be affected by this. Understand what love truly is, find it within yourself, and watch how the universe will literally match it. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Leave a comment, subscribe, like, do all that good stuff. And if you want to work one-on-one, apply on my website. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.